Hi guys, welcome to a new video. I'm not starting this video on a good note, unfortunately. Well, this is episode 4 of my post PLAB 2 vlog documenting my journey and process of trying to get a job in the UK as a doctor. So unfortunately, you guys, I was almost scammed of about $1,000, like literally right now. Like I'm still in so much shock. So with all these whole job applications and me having to improve my CV, boost my CV, and having to take courses and all of those, I'm spending a lot of money and I needed extra money. So I've been thinking about selling my camera for a while. The camera I'm actually filming with right now, I'm thinking about selling it for a while, although I still use it to vlog. But I realized that the courses I want to take, the exams I want to possibly write is more important than the camera right now. So I put out my camera for sale a while ago. I put it out for sale, and I've had a couple of people reach out to me, but I've not really been too interested, because if the money you're offering me is not sufficient enough, there's no need for me to sell it, because I'm still using the camera. So I think 2 days ago someone contacted me and said that they wanted to buy the camera. I told the person my price, and the person said, can I reduce a little bit? And I did reduce the price. I reduced about 300,000 naira from it, and it was good. So I was to meet the person yesterday. Unfortunately, I couldn't, and I rescheduled to meet the person today, and we went. He said, oh, he's somewhere around this area. So I found a common ground to go meet him. I picked up the camera, the charger, everything. Charger of the camera, the cord. I picked it up and I went to a restaurant, an open space, to meet him. I got there and I noticed the guy was looking a bit rough, a bit shaky. I didn't really care, because you want to buy the camera, that's all that matters. Just take the camera, give me the money, transaction sorted out. So I showed him the camera, he looked at it. So while I was giving him the camera, his hands were shaking and he was struggling to use it and all of that. And I wanted to explain, okay, so this is the camera, there's some scratches on the body and all of that. But he was like, okay. And he was like, but it doesn't have any problem, right? I was like, yeah, it doesn't have any problem. So I was trying to show him how it works, and I don't want this to actually take long. I was trying to show him how the camera works, and he was like, don't worry, his brother will show him. I showed him how he was struggling to remove the battery. I showed him how to remove the battery, how to put it into the charger, charge the camera and everything. And it was time for payment. So he was not so interested in the camera. He just wanted to pay for it and go. So he transferred, he asked for my account number. I gave it to him. He actually gave me his phone to type in the account number. I put it in there and it showed that he could not recognize the account number. Then he said, oh, I should call it for him. I called out the account number. Then he showed it to me. My name appeared and everything. And then it showed successful, and then he sent it to me. He showed me that it was successful. I was like, oh, okay, I've not received any alert yet. You guys, this is almost $1,000. I've not received any alert yet. So he was like, oh, maybe it's my network. I was like, okay, no problem, let's just wait a bit. He was like, oh, he just bought something from the restaurant that we're sitting in and it went through. I was like, that's not a problem, now let's just wait. He was even showing me the receipt of that one. I'm like, let's just wait, I need to get an alert first. So we're both sitting down waiting for me to get an alert. I was asking him if he got debited, if he got a debit alert, and he said, oh, his second phone is at home. And he was not telling me how I can't trust anybody that is showing him, that is going to show me debit alert, because all these scammers out there can just, you know, type up a debit alert and just show you and see that, oh, you've been debited, when they just typed it and it is fake. He was telling me how, you know, his sister got scammed as well because of debit alert. He was not telling me that that's why it's so important for me to use banks like OPay, even before the money comes, at least it will show that the amount is pending even before it enters into your account. It will show that. I was like, that's true. I mean, I don't use OPay, I use the bank I use. He was like, oh, maybe it is my bank that has the issue. I was like, I don't think so. My bank really has an issue. And look at me, I'm logging into the app to check for if the money has come into the app. At least if I've not gotten an alert, the money should have come into the app. But there was no money in my account yet. So I kept on waiting and waiting for him. He was sitting right in front of me, pressing his phone. Then he said, do I have anybody in my bank that I can call? And maybe he will show them the receipt and they would confirm it. I was like, no, I don't have anyone. Then he was like, oh, he has someone in his own bank that he can call. And then he picked up his phone. He put it like on speaker, although I could not really hear anything. He just picked up the phone and he said, oh, hello, good morning, sir. Okay, how are you doing? I made a transaction on my account to another bank, but the person has not received it. Can you please check? Then I think I heard the person on the phone telling him, okay, send this and we'll check. And then he dropped the call. And that was all. So I kept on waiting and waiting. So apparently he said he came with a Bolt driver, an Uber driver, and he didn't know if he should go pay the driver so that he could come back and continue waiting for me. I said, okay, that's no problem. You can go pay the driver since we are just waiting for the debit alert. So he just gave me back the camera because he had already packaged it. He gave me back the camera and he went out to pay the driver that brought him. And you guys, I sat there waiting for almost 30 minutes for him to come back from paying the Bolt driver. And he did not come back. And see what happened. While I was sitting with him, I was chatting with my husband. I was telling him that I'm still yet to receive any money. So my husband now transferred money from his account into my account. And I got the alert immediately. And I told the guy, I was like, oh, someone just sent money into my account and the alert has come in immediately. And so the problem is not from my bank, it's probably from yours. And that was when he told me that, oh, let him go and pay the driver outside. And I actually thought he was genuine. I didn't judge him based on his looks. If not based on his looks, I was very suspicious of the person. But when a public place and he wants to buy my camera, whatever he wants to do with the camera was up to him. In fact, he said he wanted to do something related to cars and something of such. And you know, even before he paid, he was asking me that, oh, am I not going to reduce any price, anything for him? And I was like, honestly, I've reduced the price of this camera so much, because if you look at the current amount, if you want to buy this camera, it's almost like $2,500 right now, equivalent. Yeah, it's that high. And he was like, yeah, that's true. He actually searched for brand new versions before deciding to go for a second-hand camera like mine. And you guys, I just waited for him. I kept waiting and waiting for him. While we're there, when he did the transaction, he sent me the debit receipt to show that the money had been debited from his account. And then he went out to pay the driver. I was just waiting and waiting, scrolling through my phone. After like 15-20 minutes, I was talking to my husband. I was like, this guy has not come back in. And my husband was like, it's obvious that he tried to scam me. I still had the benefit of the doubt and I was still waiting. Like, I just felt that, oh, he would probably come back. I mean, the conversation was genuine. He sent the money in front of me and all of those. And so I picked up my phone, checked my conversation with him. I noticed that a message was deleted. The last message was deleted. I was so confused. Like, what was the last message he sent me? I don't even remember. Until later I realized that it was the receipt of payment, the successful payment receipt he had actually deleted it, and it's deleted from my own phone. And now that's what made me suspicious. I stood up, I looked outside to see if there's any boat, any rider there that was waiting. Maybe he went to try pay the rider, and because of network he couldn't pay the rider as well. You guys, there was one car there, but it obviously was not like a boat rider's car, and there was no other car there. I kept on looking. I was like, what's going on right now? What's going on? And yeah, my husband just told me I should just leave. It's obvious that this man tried to scam me. As I was leaving, I spoke to the security, the woman at the entrance of the restaurant, asking her, what happened to the man I was sitting down with? And she was like, oh, okay, he came out, he got into a car, and the car drove off. And I was like, interesting. You guys, that is how I would have been scammed. That is how I would have been scammed. Thank God I didn't even let him like go with the camera. I don't know, maybe he was hoping that because he had shown me the receipt, successful receipt of payment, that I would just allow him go with the camera, hoping that the money will come in later. But it's just so sad that, you know, I am trying to raise money for exams, for courses, to boost my CV, increase my chances of getting a job, and someone tried to steal that from me. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. But that is it. I have come back home with nothing, honestly, you know. And I'm not too bothered because I'm filming this clip with that same camera. I'm not in a hurry to sell it, but if I can sell it, if I can, you know, raise the money, that would be good. But yeah, he almost scammed me. I tried calling him, his number is now switched off. Tried sending him messages, the messages are no longer going through. And yeah, that is it, you guys.